Yeah. So we're starting. We're gonna start trying cold opens, which is just a talking before the show and then throwing it to the cold opens. Yeah, you got your keg?
I do.
Yeah,
I like it.
got a new theme. We got new theme music.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So excited about it. Not
Ooh,
really.
I love the change of music.
All the theme music sucks. I mean, when it comes to the free stuff that you can't use, and apologies to the people that we are using, because yours was the best that there was. But it was like listening to the same shit over and over and over again. That said, I've really bragged this up. So
yeah, well, it's like ringtones. Remember, like
yes.
The ringtones that come on the phone are worthless. And God forbid you find one that you want to download, then you either got to go through all kinds of crap or it costs money.
Yeah, that's true. Let's start the fucking show.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to disappear for a minute and enjoy our new theme. Ooh.
And it's just me. Yes.
Nah, sorry. Like, I wonder what happened if I just throw Len up there.
I was making a dumb face and I was like, uh-oh. Yeah. You know, that music kind of had I was chuckling to myself because it had almost like it had a little of the Airwolf thing from a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
But then I could picture like a low grade, like early 90s themed like video game, like of somebody running.
Right. Okay. Little Mac.
Yeah, Little Mac, or
had some Little Mac to it.
Little Excite Bike or something.
Excite Bike. You'd think you're doing well, and then the fucking bike would start overheating.
It would overheat. Remember when he'd wipe out when you're doing good, and it took his fat little ass 5 minutes to get back on the bike?
See him waddling across the screen.
Run, you idiot.
Oh, you guys are missing out now. You guys with your Call of Duties and your, really fancy, high-tech, realistic games. We had 8-bit.
No.
Excite Bike. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Mike Tyson's. I remember going in my cousin's bedroom. That's it. No, we could.
What?
I'll never forget it.
Wow, this story took a turn.
That's it. That's all I got for today.
Okay.
I won't go down that road. There he is. He's up there. My fingers in the roll.
It is. Here, we can go back to. Yes. Welcome to the Nonsense Zone. This is Lenny Bruce.
Hello.
I'm Andy Biggs.
Hello, Andy.
Hi. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
Utica Club, huh?
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, talk about. So one of the runs that I do is the Boilermaker in Utica, and you get free Utica Club beer or Saranac IPA, and I don't like IPAs. So most people won't drink Utica Club to save their lives because it's not a great beer. But let me tell you, after running 10 miles, and then when it's fresh out of the keg, it's outstanding.
Yeah.
So,
kegged beer.
Oh, I love Draft Utica Club is actually pretty good.
Oh,
once they can it loses something.
Did that back when they were getting all happy and proud over the moonshine was getting popular.
Oh yeah.
Remember the apple pie like tasted like garbage and like
Yep.
was it straight out of the no, it tastes like garbage in a glass, but if you drank it out of the mason thingy, it was actually tolerable.
I thought they were all pretty rough.
Yeah, none of them were really great.
The apple pie wasn't terrible, but then that was the weakest one. If you got like one of the Lenny, oh my gosh, you got one of the
cherry was good. That was
Yeah.
probably the better one.
yeah.
Imagine if I just became a bumbling drunk. The next episode, like 5 mason jars, like, have me a drink, Andy. You know, the show came out too late because I'm a fun drunk.
Yes.
You know,
Well,
I'm a fun guy
most of the time, unless you turn on the person that's deciding if you're fun or not.
That's true. Yeah.
Then it's like, I don't like it when Len drinks.
Yeah. I forgot about that part.
This was fun, but
This night started out great.
now the attention's turned against me and shit.
Oh my god.
This is horrible.
I wasn't really, I shouldn't say a fun drunk, but I was a fun
No, you were.
a fun
You were.
drinking guy. Maybe someday. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not opposed to it.
I mean, it's
Oh, I had a lot of fun.
it is a good time, but
Oh.
again, yeah.
So
There were naked tripods and stuff like that. Stuff
Oh.
that when you get into your 40s, you got to put behind you, Len. You got to put.
I've done it just about all.
Yeah, there wasn't much left to do.
You want to know a really funny story? I'll just whip it out quick.
Of course, I do. Ooh, yeah,
That was funny.
Oh.
I'll never forget. We'd party at this dead end road, like right outside the village limits. It was in the village, but just enough out. Well, I remember like it was on the other side of town, so I lived like just over the hill, about 2 miles. So I remember there was a night where a friend of ours lived on the other side of the village, and I was like, well, I knew he probably would like a ride home, and I was like, I got in my truck, and I was like, yeah, so I'll probably pass on giving you a buzz home because we've been drinking. I wasn't shit faced, but enough to cops would have busted my balls.
Did you just knock the freaking snowball over?
I touched it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's still upright.
Okay.
But if anybody's wondering, that's the snowball. I was like, boom, 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 boom. But anyway, yeah. So I decided I gave him a ride to the end of the road where we'd have to part company. So I was, sneaking down, minding my business, thinking, if there's a cop around or, minding my own business. Well, as soon as he gets out and walks about 5 steps, I did the right thing. And I held the brake and I spun my tires loudly at 2:30 in the morning, smoking the tires. I went over the curb, tore up somebody's lawn, and went up over the hill and proceeded on my way home.
Did you have the Nova at that time, or
No, it was like the old grandpa Chevy truck I had.
okay?
I laughed the whole way home. I'm like, here, I could have gave the guy a ride home, nice and quiet, obeyed the one stop sign,
Mhm.
dropped him off, and like, all right, that wasn't a big deal. It wasn't like a long walk for him. But
Smoke.
the
Smoke
fact
those
that-
tires.
yeah, just what an asshole. Oh, you don't know how bad looking back. I wish there was a cop that witnessed it all and be like, so what are you doing?
Right?
I would have had to tell him the story. Like, well, I was trying to sneak out of town here. I had a few drinks and dropping my buddy off was, it wasn't going to happen. I don't want to get caught. So I did the right thing. I snuck out of town.
Bravo, Lenny. Bravo.
Just, I had to throw it out there.
Yeah.
See, I'm a fun guy. He's back.
That wasn't the one I thought it was.
That's
what I
was. But that was fun. You go ahead, Andy. You start the show off however you'd like.
Okay. Well, we got some facts.
Oh, I love facts.
We do have facts.
Love 'em.
Yes. Prior to the invention of vibrators, doctors would cure anxiety, sleeplessness, irritability, nervousness, erotic fantasies, and feelings of heaviness in the lower abdomen, also known as hysteria, by lubricating their hands with vegetable oil and massaging the genitals until climax. So, to which I say, see, ladies, when I see that you're struggling with life and I make that offer, I'm actually trying to help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being a pig.
Crisco.
Wait.
Crisco?
So it's massaging their genitals until climax. The girl's genitals or the doctor's doing it to their own genitals until It could go either way.
Hey, you're feeling a little anxiety today.
Watch this.
Oh yeah. How you feel now? This is working. Keep going.
I feel better, Doc.
Oh, what a day. You do like one last peek in on their way out.
Just like gives a wave.
What? See you next time.
Glad you're feeling better.
Imagine that guy at the end of the day be like, whoop.
I helped some people today.
He's on his way home. Like, I did it. I really did. I love my job.
I might have saved a life today.
Yeah. Oh man, Doc is the best. Oh yeah. Oh yes. And what back then they had to use cooking oil.
Yeah.
I mean, not like Vicks Vapor Rub and Icy Hot.
Yeah, I mean, because not only does it work, it clears your sinuses at the same time.
I think I'm coming down with a little something. Put a little on your chest, and then be like, "What am I gonna do with the rest of this?" Oh yeah, Vicks Vapor Rub.
It burns.
The stuff probably, if you could liquefy it, run any vehicle on the road, and people are cramming up their nose. Vicks Vapor Rub, and there's some sick bastards out there that stroke their salami with it.
My gosh, kind of.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like the old Eddie Murphy bit where he's talking about how he shaved. He wanted to. And he's the keg. He's like, I wonder what that feels like if I,
Remember Home Alone?
Yeah.
Imagine when Kevin got older, what he did.
Which, by the way, not talking movies, I saw the first full trailer to the new Beverly Hills Cop movie.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It looks pretty good, actually.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
It's July 3rd on Netflix. You don't even have to go to the movies.
Ooh, yippee!
Hooray! Sorry, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
I don't know, but hooray is a great word. That's one of them. It's one of them words, no matter what. You could be at a funeral and be like, hooray! And people be like, right over dead Fred. You could be like, hooray!
Well, hooray. Yeah,
hooray!
I was upset, but now I'm happy.
Oh, fuck him.
It's making people happy left and right.
Yes, I am. Hooray. Hooray.
Did you know that good. Sex toys are technically illegal in Alabama?
Oh.
We have a friend that lives in Alabama. We should ask Delbert if
Delbert go to jail if they find a fake dong under his pillowcase.
To the mugshot.
Yeah, with the dong.
Yeah.
This pocket pussy got him in trouble. He's even at a stoplight using it.
I get like the company Fleshlight is out, I guess.
Right next to the petty cash. Grab the dong. Take a break.
In that animals occasionally use sex toys too.
Oh.
Female porcupines in captivity have been known to place a stick between their legs and drag it across the ground so that they can feel the vibration against their body.
Well, that's creativity.
I never liked porcupines until I read that they're just like us. They're just like us. Yes.
You ever drive by my house and you see me scooting across the front lawn like a dog with itchy ass? You know what's going down.
There's probably a stick there, and you're
a thorn apple tree.
Wrong branch. The first. Sorry, that wasn't good. The first dildo was created 28,000 years ago. It was 8 inches long and 1 inch wide, and it was made of siltstone.
Huh. Somebody carved it.
Well, what are you making? When I'm done, I'm going to stick it up my ass.
When I'm done, I'm going to stick it up your ass. It comes down to all that too. It's like you stop and think of like the shit that we eat, like a banana. Who decided to take the peel off this thing growing off a tree? How many fools ate it with the skin on before they're like,
yeah, I still want this. I'm not the first person to say this, so I'm stealing somebody's joke, but I want to meet the sick motherfucker that decided to try milk for the first time. I'm going to drink that. That
really
stuff
good.
coming out of that cow over there.
They chiseled a ding dong. I wonder why that wasn't in any of the Rambo movies.
It's probably on. It was all on hieroglyphics when they were like in the caves.
Hey, Colonel. Colonel. When he finds out his buddy's dead in the first one. What happened? He wanted you to have this. That's a dildo.
John Rambo is wired differently than most people. He's
And why? What made them cram it in their ass?
Mm-hmm.
They chiseled it out. Was it? I wonder if it was
finished
a tool.
it.
Like
he's like,
honey. You gotta try this.
It's not like they could wash it off either when they were done. So that was the first the first infection.
Yeah. Bacon sourdough down there itching and scratching, you betcha.
Ever since I let you stick that rock in me, it itches.
Fuck it. That's when all kinds of things happened, because then he went down to give a try to help out. He's trying to help out.
Oh my god.
This is taking a turn. This is taking a bad turn.
Yeah. Well, maybe this one will help. No, maybe it won't. No, in the 1920s, there was a bizarre fad called pole sitting, where people would just climb up a flagpole and sit on top of it for extended periods of time.
Just for the hell of it?
Just for the hell of it. Nothing sexual, nothing like that. They would just it was kind of like the different where people would dab in pictures and do the
Imagine if we knew somebody that did that. Just
the flagpole.
driving by, like, oh, there he is.
Snibs on the pole again.
Hey, Snub.
Get down from there.
Oh, yeah. Climb a flagpole just to sit on the top of it.
So in 1895, there was, in the entire state of Ohio, they had 2 cars. Both cars still managed to smash into each other.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing it was street congestion, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Alcohol induced. They were going to see each other. There's no phone, so they just thought they'd leave the house. You fucking fool!
You're doing like the wide.
What the hell are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, this is where I got to remind people we love our Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon Music listeners, but you got to see us on YouTube so you can see Len driving the buggy.
Yeah, you didn't mention there were big buses. Or you watch the older movies, or like Dukes of Hazzard, and they're driving down the road, but they're like,
right, yeah, you see them aggressively turning the wheels as they're driving straight down the road.
The general,
I don't know,
needs an alignment.
We've both driven some older vehicles before, though. Sometimes the steering is a little on the sloppy side, but
yeah, these old Fords I got, yeah, you kind of gotta watch what you're doing.
Oh,
shut up.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Former U.S. President Andrew Jackson, he was approached by a man who pulled a gun on him. Which, side note, small history fact, this was the first assassination attempt of a U.S. president. The man pulled the trigger and the cap went off, but the gunpowder failed to light. The man then pulled a second gun and fired, but the gunpowder again failed to light. The assassin tried to get away, but not before Andrew Jackson got him and beat the shit out of him with his cane. So.
Well, what a kick in the ass that would be, Both guns don't go off, and some elderly beat you to death with a cane. You son of a bitch, you fucker.
Actually, I think Andrew Jackson was he was a general, and he was a bit of a badass. I think he was also a dick, but yeah, I think he was a bit of a
Hey, fucking get him. You fuck with this old guy.
During the Cold War, there was an idea to drop XL condoms labeled medium onto the Soviets to make them think they were anatomically superior and for them to be more afraid to fight us. It's easily like the best part of
American history. With them guys. We got big dicks.
Fuck that.
Let's get out of here. What a dick.
When Romans laid siege to, I do not know how to say it, Themyscira, a real place, weirdly enough, they attempted to tunnel into the city. But the Theramicians, or however you say this, they released bears into the tunnels. Back up! Go back!
Hey, you see something down there?
Imagine them trying to crawl back as fast as they can.
It was
you gotta use imagination for that one, I guess. But a Chinese emperor escaped an assassin by running around a pillar. After 2 hours, the assassin got bored and went home, and he was not charged for any of his crimes.
He got bored.
Can't catch him. He just keeps going around this goddamn pillar.
That little Chinaman's quick. That son of a bitch. Shaking, baking him. He got bored. Fuck it. I'm going home.
And the last one I have is Canada and Denmark have been playfully fighting for control of a tiny island near Greenland called Hans Island for the last few decades. When the Danish visit, they leave. When the Danish visit, they leave a bottle of Danish schnapps liquor. And when Canadians visit, they take the schnapps and leave a bottle of Canadian Club whiskey and a sign that says, "Welcome to Canada." That's fun. I just thought that was fun. Not necessarily funny.
You know, but the schnapps, the Danish schnapps sounds good.
See, I'm a terrible influence on Len.
Yeah, Len
had quit drinking and just like a little bit of time doing this show, and now he's contemplating the schnapps sounding good.
Canadian Club. Usually just snapped and yeah. People ask, it's funny because there was I don't know if it was a comedian or just somebody made an observation at one time. They're like, "You ever notice if you're at a party or something like that, and somebody's like, 'Hey, you want some cocaine?' And if you're like, 'No, thanks,' they're like, 'Okay.' They're like, 'Hey, you want a drink?' I'm like, 'No, thanks. I don't drink.' They're like, 'Why?' It's like a big deal if you don't.
Right.
It's like I don't even really consider myself a non-drinker. I just haven't. Right. It's kind of weird. Yeah. No, we keep talking about it. I'm gonna go grab me a big old stiff drink tonight.
It's a long weekend,
There's gonna be a time where I'm barbecuing or something like that, and if there's people around, I'm like, give me a cold beer. What the hell? I guarantee you, because there's a time where I could drink a lot of beer, but I bet like a couple beers would make me pretty silly at this point.
I barely drink now. I drink during the show for the most part, or if I'm out cooking, out barbecuing, and yeah, I've gotten to the point I used to have, not until my mid 30s, but I developed quite a tolerance, and now I'm a couple beers, I start to feel it. Yeah,
that's what I meant earlier. I was like, oh, could you imagine a few years ago doing a show like after you've had like a case of beer in your belly? To watch that back would be something else.
I used to do a 3-hour podcast, and I wasn't the host or anything. And I drank through the entire show, and it got to the point where there were episodes where by the end of the show, I was like just getting into it, and I'm running out of alcohol at that point. So that's when I drank I got a jar of moonshine. Start cracking into that, like anything I can get my hands on at that point.
We won't rule it out. Maybe someday.
Yeah, I've corrupted Len. I'm the bad influence.
It's funny. I couldn't imagine being hungover. I mean, I got to the point where It's been a long time, even back when I was drinking, when I was ever hungover per se. But it's like, I think a hangover would kill me now.
So a hangover is a lot like having a toddler. Yeah, you just wake up tired and sore and didn't get nearly enough sleep, and yeah. So I know. So gonna do a segment here. It's not a funny segment. Now, people say it's in a nonsense zone. We expect to laugh from beginning to end, and you've been disappointed so far, anyways. So it's I have to pay tribute to my my home away from home is going away.
Oh no!
So I've created the Mirage in Las Vegas.
Oh,
in July, the Mirage is going away forever.
Oh. Is that the pyramid?
No.
Oh yeah.
Known for the most part for its Wait, did it again? No. The Mirage, known for its iconic volcano, known for its Beatles Love Cirque du Soleil show, one of the best pools in Las Vegas.
Oh yes.
And it's the theme is it's a mirage in a desert, so it's like an oasis. Here's a picture with the volcano going. Here's just an example of what a standard room looked like.
Oh,
clean room.
It's okay, Andy.
Here's the iconic pool. I saw boobs at this pool once. It was great. They also had a topless pool. I never went to it. I was too shy.
It's gonna happen.
Here's like I said, it's an oasis inside a desert, so it's like a tropical, like a mirage. It was also the best smelling hotel in Las Vegas. It smells like coconut in there. Giant fish tank behind the front desk when you check in. This is what's replacing it, the Hard Rock. They're ripping out the volcano and replacing it with a guitar-shaped hotel. That's, again, another picture of what it's going to look like.
That's cool.
No, it's not. Fuck that, Lenny.
Andy.
Sorry, we gotta keep the sad music going.
Mm-hmm.
Go, sad music. So, yeah. Here's Len getting arrested.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Look at the cop. What's he looking at?
He's looking.
He is. Oh, I think he's got his nightstick out.
R.I.P. Mirage. Hard Rock, please drop your prices. I looked into staying there once they took over, and really expensive.
Oh, yes. Hardcock Cafe.
The location. I'm a Las Vegas guy, and I love to go to Las Vegas once a year, and the location is perfect because you get out and you go for a walk. It's not congested like it is down at the other end, down by New York, and Mandalay Bay and MGM. It's down by it's down by Wynn and Encore, and that's the nice side of the Strip, and I like it. And it's I can't afford to stay at the Mirage, now the Hard Rock, because their prices suck. So there were ducks. I was friends with the ducks. Every morning I'd go for a walk. There'd be ducks out. I'd name the ducks. One was Frank.
Wait, Duck Goose?
I never played Duck Goose. I wanted to respect they wanted to be left alone. I would just say, hi, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
Yep.
He's dead. Frank's dead.
So I'd like to take a moment of silence for the Mirage, closing for the final time in July.
Oh, fuck that place.
Don't you dare interrupt my moment of silence for the Mirage. Fuck this show. I don't like it. This is stupid.
We don't need him anyway. So he's back. He's back.
Home away from home. It's going away. Makes me sad. I'm also traveling this year. I am traveling. I can't go to Vegas. they got kiboshed because I'm going to Florida.
Florida.
Who wants to go to Florida?
Florida? Why,
It's
Andy?
it's America's Wang.
Yeah.
Len and I have talked about this. We don't like, neither one of us like flying. We both do it because it's a means to an end, but I'm not comfortable the whole time. I don't know how you fly without drinking, because that's like something that I have to do when I'm
This is some bullshit. I just do hard drugs.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But so yeah, we were talking about, remember pre-show, we were talking about how I was on a flight for 6 hours once, and that was like my max. I was starting to get stir crazy. I was like, I can't do it. No, I also have to go to Holland at some point, because I have some my wife has some very cool relatives that live in Holland. They're actually coming to visit. But crossing the pond is not something I want to do, because that's too long on a plane. Yeah.
Well, no, like I said, I'd have to hire Michael Jackson's doctor to get me through that.
Yeah, I might have to look into something like that too. I mean, I
Show
don't
up and have somebody clobber you right over the head with a frying pan.
I don't know if I can get drunk for that long. Yeah, that's a long time to hold it. So
that's one thing I never had the luxury of doing is flying with like a good pal, and sitting there shooting a shit, laughing, having some drinks. That
Me
would be
either.
great. That would take a lot of the edge off.
Yeah, I've never been able to do that either. I actually, the most fun I ever had was the time I went to Vegas by myself, and I got shit faced on the plane, and I became friends with everybody around me, and they probably hated me. What?
Nothing.
Oh, sorry. I'll leave now.
You know what'd be funny though? If you're like have shit face, and it was one of them things where the plane was having a real difficult time, you thought it was going down, and we started to cry.
I still say any situation where we're together and we start authentically crying would just be hilarious.
Yeah, especially if it made a complete turnaround, like, oh, we're all right. But, I wasn't really scared. I just thought
Yeah.
What? No. complete upright silence the rest of the way.
Yeah, we won't even look at each other.
Yeah, about halfway through, but about an hour later, like, I was just kidding.
Right. I thought you'd think it was funny.
I didn't think you were actually going to grab a hold of it. Oh, who's gonna know? Hey, you said lightly. Oh, is that Crisco? No, doctor.
This when we were on the Schnozzcast, which again, guys, go check out the Schnozzcast. But I'm like, trying to figure out where Bob is on the screen, and
give him a little yank, Bob.
Yes. Go on.
No, we know a guy named Bob.
We do, yeah.
I got shit one time. You want to no disrespect to Bob. I like Bob. He's a good cat.
I like Bob too. All the more reason to disrespect him. What do you got?
Well, it's not really directed towards Bob, but I was at was it a birthday party or a first communion or something a while back, a long time ago. I'm sitting there at this picnic table. It was a party afterwards. This old fuckface was sitting across from me. I didn't think he was a fuckface at the time. Kind of a belligerent old prick. And he looks over. He's like, hey, he was asking questions and whatnot. I was just humoring him. And he says, what's your name? I said, Lenny. He said, Lenny? That's your name? I said, I chuckled a little bit and I go, short for Leonard? He goes, oh, so short. Lenny, short for Leonard. I said, yeah. He goes, what in the world made your parents name you that? My parents were right there. I go, I don't know. They're sitting right there asking. So he looked and I was like, it's kind of, yeah,
he's being a conversation to have.
Yeah, he was being a dick about it. So I looked at him and go, and what's your name? He goes, Bob. I go, oh, I'm catching flack from Bob.
Mm-hmm.
B-O-B. I was like, yeah, we'll leave that. We'll leave that alone. I didn't know if he was family or what. So you know how I could get a little.
Right.
I already had a couple beers. I was like, I can make Bob feel really stupid, but I don't know who Bob is. And I was like, so I slipped in a couple. But I was catching hell from Bob, the old prick.
What a strange.
Yeah. He was angry over my name. Angered him. He was mad. Hey, the hell made your parents name you that? And I was like, well, sit right there. Ask him. Ask him, Bob.
Had that conversation.
Yeah, Bob thought he had a name that stood out.
I don't like that, Len. I don't like people treating you like that. I'm going to take this moment to end our partnership with the Schnozzcast because there's someone named Bob on that show.
It's not going to happen. I can't look at him anymore.
No. Yeah, all Bobs are off the. Yeah.
Could you imagine the guy who's like in his 80s? Imagine if I just got up and laid him out.
Just in slow motion like that too.
Fuck you, Bob.
Just know you were so drunk that you imagined the whole conversation.
Yeah, it was all made up.
He was being nice to you.
It was like one of them dragged out, like, in my head things.
Len, that's a nice name. I kind of like that. Fucking mean by that, you?
It's a family name. I'll fuck you up, Bob. There are people around like, no. Guys in his 80s like, oh, fucking you son of a bitch.
Problem with my name?
Like, no, Bob. I mean, looking over my shoulder like I was doing everybody a favor. I was fucking guy. We love Bob. We love Bob. Look what he's doing to Bob.
We love Bob too, by the way. We are not canceling our partnership with the Schnozzcast. No, we love Bob. Glenn may have to fight Bob at some point.
We'll fight over who's gonna bathe Todd's shit-eating dog.
Yeah. So on that, and we won't go too far into detail on this. You should go back and watch the episode that we were on. But on that episode that we were on the Schnozzcast, we found out that Todd's dog likes to eat human shit. And it's like, apparently he has opportunities to do it.
Yeah, Todd walks his dog in places where humans shit, which is odd.
That's odd.
Get off the trail, Todd, you idiot.
It's a whole different world in Washington State. It's a lot of people shitting outdoors. It
would take once for me to be like, you know what? My dog just ate a big lump of human shit. I don't think
I'm not going to walk here anymore. Yeah. I'm going to find a new trail.
Imagine if it was an elderly guy named Bob. Todd fucked him up. My dog ate your shit, you son of a bitch. It wasn't him. It wasn't Bob.
He picked it up.
He's picking it up. Don't kill this son of a bitch. My dog ate it. Oh, yeah. I should have punched that old prick right in the face.
I wish you had.
Yeah, me too.
So, I have some funny news for us here.
I love funny news.
Funny news. Okay, well, there, an Indiana judge, he has ruled legally that tacos and burritos are in fact sandwiches. I won't go into the whole story, but I mean, apparently there was a place that was zoned. Yeah, somebody wanted to open up a taco shop, but the area was only zoned for sandwiches.
And the judge ruled because
the judge ruled
a taco.
He's like, it's right down the street from the courthouse, and I want to be able to get myself a fucking taco.
It's a sandwich now.
Yes, tacos are sandwiches.
Imagine if he got food poisoning the first time he went.
No, this place sucks. I reversed the ruling.
Fucking bullshit. I'm turning it over. I'm appealing myself.
Damn it, Bob. His name is Len.
Bob. Imagine if I turned into Orenthal. Bob. Just the sound. No matter when I hear the name, it just triggers me.
Orenthal.
James. How you doing?
Was into James.
Yeah. What's your name? Bob. 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 I'll kill you.
Bob.
No matter how irate I get, but the Bob beats me up.
Yeah, he's 80 years old and he just
No, Bob. No, Bob.
What? Bob.
Bob. It was a joke, Bob. I know a Bob.
Goes for the clobber, blocks it.
We got the same shirt. We worked with an old fellow, Bob, years ago, and he came into work one day.
It's a different Bob. Different Bob.
His belt was opened up and his pants were unzipped, and I pointed it out because he walked into work that way. And I said, Bob. I said, yeah. He looked down, kind of a funny old fellow. He goes, oh, this must be I got fucked on the way here. Turns out he was right. There was a homeless hitchhiker in his truck.
Guy needs a ride.
Is this the end of the road? This guy needs a ride. Oh, he's in the bus. Imagine if you and I redid the movie Speed. I can't even get this fucker up to 55. Speed.
Speed 3.
Yeah, Speed 3.
Coming to theaters near you.
It'll be on a moped. The guy can't slow the moped under like 27 miles per hour. Slow down. It's Bob. It's Bob.
You say your name was Money?
You fucker.
What the hell did you name it?
Yeah. All the way by. Why?
What were they thinking?
Why did they do it? It's like a 2-hour. It's a 2-hour movie. He's on the moped going down Route 66, but he can't get my name out of his head. Why?
Oh, I did it.
You did.
No,
you did it. Yeah, they're refueling him. They're refueling his ped. Well, fucking Lenny.
Somebody has to pull up with a golf cart. So
Yeah. You can do it. You can do it, Bob. You can do it. Hang in there.
Steady.
Hang on, Bob. I'm starting to like the name Bob now. It's really
I think I'm gonna name my daughter Bob.
You have to. Bob.
Oh, let's see. Florida man. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Gravy wrestling. There's a gravy wrestling model suffers horrific facial injuries after being hit with a monkey wrench when she interrupted a friend having sex. This story was really hard to follow. So I'm just gonna hold on 1 second. I'm gonna share this if I can remember how to do this.
Did you say gravy model?
Gravy wrestling model. Screen share. Hold on.
Gravy.
Bear with me.
It's like Jello wrestling, but I've never heard of gravy. Brown gravy.
Share.
When's the last time you made brown gravy, Andy?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been keeping track. So this is the gravy wrestling model.
Okay.
Wrestling model. She suffered horrific injuries. So basically, her and her pals were out partying one night. I guess here she is wrestling in gravy.
Oh, gravy, huh?
Yeah.
That's not good luck.
She walked in on her friend who was having sex with a guy, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I don't want you doing that on my couch. And so the friend and the guy proceeded to, and this was apparently a good friend, they proceeded to get up and beat the shit out of this girl with a wrench.
Oh, why was the wrench in the same room?
I don't know. Yeah, this story was all over the place, and I was like trying to summarize it, and I was like, I can't. I'm just going to share the screen because
his nuts needed to be tightened.
There was a here. Alyssa Sampson was a kickboxer and world gravy wrestling champion. and she was not somebody that was able to handle herself or whatever. But yeah, I mean,
That'd be
there she is.
You know, I could share a funny story. It's kind of related to this.
All right, let me just figure out how to stop sharing my screen.
And get that lady's boobs off the screen, you pervert.
I don't want to.
Pervert, you have company coming.
All right, share your story.
We were partying one night. Go figure.
In gravy?
And there was gravy. They were partying in this buddy's house trailer, and another friend of ours was in the back room with his then girlfriend, turned into his wife.
No, don't tell this story. Don't tell this story.
Really? It's a clean.
I think you could end up looking really bad in this story.
No, I was innocent.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
I was just an innocent bystander.
Okay.
Well, he was in the back room making sweet love to this woman.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought it'd be funny to kick the door in and go in there and strip them of their blankets. So about 10 of us did so, and they were laughing and carrying on.
Okay, they were enjoying. Okay.
Oh yeah. No, it was clean. Well, it was kind of clean fun, I guess. But they were laughing and having a good time. But a friend of ours, he wasn't pleased with how quick the covers were coming off. But they were laughing and playing tug of war. So what did he do? The smart thing. He grabbed the dirt devil that was in the corner of the room and clobbered our other friend over the head with it. So he would release the covers. And it was still fun. We laughed about it afterwards, but we kind of laughed about it. He let go of the covers. And we were like, afterwards, them included, were sitting around as he had a lump on his head. And he's like, why? And we got laughing at it. We're like, why the vacuum cleaner? he wanted the covers off. He wanted them off.
He's a showman.
Yeah, he was a showman. I could still see him reach over and grab the upright dirt devil, and he clobbered. He clobbered him. Like, boing.
A moment for our fans here. If you know that two of your friends are making sweet love, please do not kick their door open and rip the covers off them with a group of friends. Just throw that out there. All right.
Yeah. And if you do, make sure the vacuum's nowhere in sight.
Yes. You don't know. Do not clobber anybody with the dirt devil.
You were worried I was going to go down a perverted road with that, weren't you?
No, I was kind of more worried about the invading people's privacy thing.
Bob's putting the boots to work.
I was actually there that night, but I showed up late, and there's like, Andy, come here, and I hadn't met our friend's girlfriend at the time. And so, like, the first thing I saw was her naked ass. Yeah, I was like, they didn't warn me what I was walking in on. They just, hey, come here. I walk in and just, like, okay.
You don't do that with a group of us around.
No. Yeah, don't. Yeah, hold on. Let me just get back to the listeners. So, if you're ever at a party with us, don't go into another room and have sex, because there's a chance it could go terribly wrong. Just throw that out there. So.
Terribly wrong.
Terribly wrong.
Mm-hmm. That was
not
the same,
just us. If you have prankster friends.
That was the same trailer that we saw that big ogre seal the exits off.
So this is what it was. So this is how we partied, basically. Len and I were at this party, and we decided that it was going to be more fun to leave the trailer. This is winter, so it was cold outside, and we decided to leave the party and just peek in the windows at everybody and just like point and like, imagine what they're saying. Like, and then we spotted everyone. We spotted this one guy and like, oh yeah, he's blocking the exit right now.
He was.
We laughed so hard, and it was this was the late 90s, probably early 2000s, late 90s, and it was one of the first generations of cars that had like door lock remotes. And I remember one of our friends stepped outside to relieve himself, and we were hiding on him, and I kept blinking my lights at him through my remote, and he was like, first it startled him, because he was, we weren't, it wasn't a common thing at the time. Then he was like, he was yelling at us to do it again. Like, just like, yeah, we're old.
We're old. Idiot.
Sorry.
That's nice. I blame Bob.
I'll edit this out of the show. Nobody's ever going to see this fucking.
No.
Let's see. So I'm going to Florida. I mentioned that already. I don't want to go to Florida. Who? It's America's Wang. It's Florida. Can't go to Vegas because I'm going to Florida. And so.
Fuck that place, Andy.
I'm kind of a control freak anyways when it comes to flying. As I mentioned, I did a 6-hour flight once and it was way too long to be on a plane. So now I'm very strategic when I plan my flights and like, all right, well, so I want my, my layover has to be in one of these few spots and it has to be for this amount of time and it has to be like break up just right. And I'm because I don't fly well. And so, I mean, I fly fine. Nobody around me would know that I'm nervous. I just,
oh, he plays it cool.
Yeah. No.
Well, yeah. Actually, kicking around. You're like,
I took my brother-in-law to Vegas a few years ago, and it was right before my wedding. And he was like, because he had heard my wife say that Andy doesn't fly well and stuff like that. So he was expecting like, and I was just like, he's like, oh, you're fine. I don't understand what the big deal was. I was like, oh no, I act fine. I hate it, but nobody walking around knows that I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, the plane starts shaking around. You might not make it. Oh, cool Cat Jones over here is like,
yeah, everybody else is crying. I'm still like dying inside.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I had a bad day anyway.
I always have the steadfast rule. I watch the flight crew, and if the flight crew is not nervous, then I'm not nervous. And I had one flight, luckily, knock on wood. I've had one flight where the flight crew was scared, and I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah, but did you keep your cool? Like,
no, I mean, well, I didn't. I mean, I was actually flying with my mom at that time, and I was on my way to a wedding, and I was on my way home from a wedding in Portland, Oregon, and I was just like, I don't like this. and
that's actually like, get up, you idiot, go! We're gonna die.
Well. So the pilot gets on the PA and very abruptly says, flight crew, flight crew, take your seats now. And I was like, I looked at my mom and I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, and there were times that my ass left the seat this much.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, and the whole time I don't like this.
When you landed, you gave up. I don't give a. Yeah.
I literally all I did was say I need a break from flying. I had flown like 3 times that summer, and I was like, I'm gonna stay away from flights for a bit. Was
there a long pause like after, like you and your mom after things smooth out? Still,
I don't remember. The main thing I remember, which was odd, was that the flight crew all congregated to the front of the plane, and this is after things had calmed down. And the pilots would come out of the cockpit one at a time, and one of the flight crew would go into the cockpit because apparently they have to blow the apparently the pilot can't be alone in the cockpit, I guess, because he'll like stick his finger up his butt and wipe it on the stuff. No,
they were picking on you.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. See that guy back that guy in 15B. He was.
No matter what, this guy, we can't shake this guy. Yeah.
No, it was just like I think that the pilots were like jittery at that point, and they were like, "I need to get up for a minute," and they'd leave the cockpit, and somebody would go in, and yeah, there'd probably be some of that.
Oh yeah,
and then they would switch. The other pilot would go back into the cockpit, and the other pilot would come out, and then another crew member would go in, and. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. I really want to. We're not ready for guests yet, but I desperately want to get either a flight attendant or a pilot or somebody from the airline industry in here because I have so many questions.
They were all just anally abusing each other.
Yes. I mean, that's how you calm down.
They kept zoning in on your picture on the onboard camera. Like, this fucking guy, we can't rattle this cat.
Yeah, that's what was happening. No, I'm very rattleable. Yeah. Yeah, the plane starts cutting out.
Yeah, you're like, fuck it.
Yeah, I was at a point in my life where things weren't going that well, so fuck it.
At least my name's not Bob,
Yeah.
Full. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
so I have some funny stories about Florida is where I was going with this because I'm going to be spending some time there in June.
Sure.
So a Florida man strips naked, shouts for grandma in a stranger's home. The homeowners who wished to remain anonymous recounted the surreal experience. They were relaxing in their living room when a man barged in, shedded his clothes, and started shouting incoherently. We were in shock, said one of the residents. He kept calling out for his grandma, but we had no idea who he was. The police responded swiftly to the call. Upon arrival, they found the man naked and confused, wandering around the living room. Officers managed to calm him down, and escorted him out without incident. He was taken to a nearby hospital for a psychological evaluation.
Without
this
incident.
This is the kind of shit that I'm going to deal with in Florida. Naked dudes breaking into the house.
Without incident.
Without
there was already an incident.
He broke in and took his clothes off. Yeah.
Grandma! Imagine if somebody's grandmother was there, like, huh? What the fuck are you? Bob? Is that you, Bob?
I gotta reach out to Bob after this. Be like, Bob, you were a big part of this episode. So you don't want to miss this one.
Yeah. Tune in, Bob. Tune in.
So it was a shirtless Florida man with a Wendy's beef was caught on camera threatening to rob the restaurant. The deputies say the incident began around 11:30 p.m. on April 24th when the suspect ordered from the drive-thru. While investigators say they don't know what he ordered, I don't know why that would be important. It was ready right away. It was not ready right away. And the employee asked him to pull up and wait a little bit. That's where the suspect got angry. The suspect didn't like that idea. He jumped out of his vehicle. He approached the window and he told the employee that he could rob the restaurant if he wanted to. Afterward, investigators say that the suspect ran inside the store, ignoring the no shirt, no shoes, no service rule. He jumped on a table and he repeated his threats with finger guns.
Oh, what a
the suspect left without any food. He got into a gray Nissan Rogue. And the suspect was described as being about 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighing around 200 pounds. Just giving short guys a freaking bad name. We're not
That's
all
fat too. He's short and fat,
just like me, and shirtless.
Yeah, people in Florida don't like to have their clothes on when they're causing a scene.
Right, it seems to be a Florida thing.
Grandma, like he couldn't yell for his grandmother with his clothes on.
Yeah,
the guy goes into Wendy's. He's got to strip his shirt off. Hey, I'll tell you.
Give me all the money.
No. He's got no shirt on. Hurry up.
I was gonna say, if it was just the finger guns, I'd tell him to fuck himself, but the guy took his shirt off.
His shirt off. No, Bob.
So a combination of shirtless and finger guns? This Bob guy's crazy.
His name's gotta be Bob. It's gotta be Bob. That's enough.
I think it's the guy from the Schnozzcast.
Oh my God, Todd's dog ate the shit. Get him out of here. Todd's got a friend named Bob. And Todd's dog eats human shit.
Yep.
If I were Bob, I wouldn't talk to Todd anymore.
No. I mean, apparently these are large dogs too.
Yeah, the big dogs that eat poopy. Human poopy.
We will be back on, pending this show. We'll be back on the Schnozzcast sometime in June. Possibly when I'm in Florida. Who knows? I don't know.
That's right.
With shirtless men. So, here's another Florida beauty. A Florida man seeking a foursome at Walgreens found robbers instead.
Oh, yeah.
He lost over $200,000.
Oh, no.
Police say the victim met 3 women who went by the names Layla, Rose and Nikki at the checkout line. Video shows him striking up a conversation with one of the women, and he eventually gives them his phone number. At 3 a.m., the police said the trio called him up. They wanted to come over. Authorities say that the three robbed the man of more than $200,000 worth of Rolexes and jewelry. Police say that they distracted him. The police think that they've done this before. These individuals seem to know what they're doing. The police spokesperson said. Authorities said that the real names of the ladies are Antoinetta Cicerelli, Lexi Buffalo, and Julia Cortez. The Florida man. Oh no, never mind. That's something different. But yeah,
they stripped him.
Here's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I know, because I've lived a normal life, that if three good-looking girls come up to me and they say that they want a threesome or a foursome with me, I know that they don't want a foursome with me. They want to rob me blind. The question is, I mean, I don't really have anything of value, so the question is, am I going to get any action before they rob me?
What a gamble.
But you want my fancy pen? That's about all I have. Okay.
How about
I just found out it writes in red.
Oh man, that was your birthday gift. Remember?
I've owned it for like 10 years now. Yes.
That was nice, Andy.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's all the funny news that I have. There was a story about a Florida man that invented a new way to cut grilled cheese. Who cares?
He just cut the cheese. He cut the cheese.
He did. He cut the cheese.
That was fun, Andy.
I had a good time. I hope. I hope you enjoyed it too.
I did.
On a show well done.
It was well done, Andy.
Well
done. We knew it well done.
No, I was just going to say that. I almost said the last name, but that was a slip up. Yes.
CeeLo. Some see high, some see low.
That's right. So that's our show. Thank you for tuning in. My gosh. I'm frightened.
Naked and afraid.
I am naked and afraid from the waist down.
Well, I hope you enjoy your foreigners, Andy.
Yes, the foreigners. The foreigners will be here. Anything you want me to tell them, Len?
I've made love to my hand.
I will tell them that.
Yep, I have.
Okay. I will be sure to tell them that I have a friend. His name is Lenny. Mm-hmm. He's made love to his hand.
Yeah, tell him just like if you're all sitting around like the dinner tables having a little chat, just out of the blue, just bring it up like that.
Okay. Sure.
I have a friend. I have a friend.
I'm going to tell it. Yeah. I'll tell everybody. I'll tell. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Including the foreigners.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, they have to know.
Oh. I mean, what kind of a trip would it be if they didn't?
And don't crack a smile or nothing. Just continue to eat.
Oh, this is where I've become really good at this. I can do that. And be like,
yep.
Len, my friend Len, he's made love to his hand.
And just continue eating.
He's made love to his hand.
Yep. Eat again. Yeah. Then pull the tooth out.
I mean, he's made love to his hand.
Yeah. Andy, you okay? We're foreigners. Well, no, thank you. No, thank you. Oh my God, he ate it. I don't like him or this Lenny fella. We're foreigners, for crying out loud.
Never coming back to the States again.
This country's fucked up. I'm not going to sleep tonight, not in the same room with this boy. I sleep in the same home as this moron. So, tell me more about your friend Lenny.
He's made love to his hand.
Oh, how?
There's probably some kind of lotion involved.
Lotion?
Pornography.
Oh, my word. We're on the next flight out of here.
I hope it's smooth. I always watch what the flight crew does.
Yeah, Mr. Cool.
It's important that they all think you're cool.
Yeah, we're going down. The plane's going down. Now the end, he's like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not before I finish this fucking steak.
I'm gonna eat even the grizzle's going down. Yeah. Hey, before we hit the fucking mountain, you want to hear what my buddy Lenny does?
No, makes love to his hand.
Oh yeah, good to the last bite.
He makes love to his hand.
Yeah, he does.
It is scary how well I've got, how good I've gotten at the no laughing thing.
Oh, that would have been fun. Yeah,
I'm the staring champ now. I mean,
well, it's all that cool, calm shit you pull on the airplane.
It's the practicing in the airplanes that did it. Yep.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I want you to remember to drive fast, stay to the left. Never play leapfrog with a unicorn. And remember to always keep on keeping on. No laughs, no smiles. Make love to your hand.
This hand.